Welcome back! It's time to continue our journey towards peak email deliverability. Now we're at the point where your technical setup is basically complete. You've got a separate domain for your outbound outreach and your SPF and DKIM records all set up. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but before we can get out of the foothills and actually start climbing, there's one more obstacle we have to get over: the bridge of the limits. Surprisingly, it's not like a deteriorating wooden bridge. It's actually quite new. It's constantly being updated with new materials, and what's even weirder, its length depends on your email provider. So yes, this bridge basically warps reality in order to make it more difficult for you to progress further up the mountain. But don't lose hope yet. As you may have already guessed, the bridge of the limits represents your email provider's sending limits. It truly is a difficult topic to discuss at any particular moment because it changes. The limits change over time, and we can never exactly know when and by how much. And because of that, we have to be very careful not to exceed them. If you do that, if you go over those daily limits, your account may get suspended and you won't be able to send anything at all. And if you do that regularly, your account may even get blocked. Now, okay, I didn't give you a lot to base your hope on, but it's really not as bad as it seems. It's a solid bridge, built up to modern standards, so just don't sprint through it and you'll be fine. In this case, sprinting basically just means not caring about the established limits and treating cold emails like newsletters. So, yeah. But let's start with the first part. We actually do know quite a bit about different email providers' sending limits, or at least we have an idea of what number of sent messages starts being dangerous. And although sometimes this is based on certified information, other times it's just an estimate based on trial and error. And although, as I've said earlier, those limits can change over time, I still want to give you a general idea of what to strive for. First of all, the most popular email provider out there, Gmail. The daily limit here is about 500 messages from the browser, but only 100 via the SMTP. So, for example, if you're using email automation software. Now, this may seem pretty low, but notice that we're talking about the free Gmail accounts here. If you have the paid Google Workspace account, the daily limit is about 2000 messages. So that's quite a big difference. Next up, the official sending limit for Office 365 accounts is 10,000 messages per day, but no more than 30 messages per minute. Now, let that be a reminder that limits can differ based on the time period within the day. Like 10,000 messages per day doesn't mean you can send all of them in like 10 minutes. Now, of course, there's no way you're going to reach 10,000 messages in a single day if you're sending cold emails, but still, watch out because other email providers can have much lower limits. Speaking of which, a personal Outlook account with a good reputation has a sending limit of about 300 messages per day. This means that only if your email address exists for over a month, is warmed up and used regularly, and the emails coming out from it don't end in spam often, only then you can enjoy this limit. Otherwise, it can be significantly smaller. There are also a couple more kind of popular email providers, so let's go through them quickly. GoDaddy's daily limit is 250 recipients on a free account and no more than 200 messages per minute. Workspace's limit is 10,000 recipients per day, and on Yahoo Mail Plus, don't go over 500 emails a day. Now, that's a pretty simplistic way of looking at limits, and in reality, it's never that easy. That's why you have to focus just on your specific email provider. So define who it is on the backend and check their help section about daily and hourly limits. And if there's none or it's unclear, don't hesitate to contact their customer support. It's a very important step. And now, for the second part, let's take on a different perspective when it comes to the bridge of the limits. Yes, it may be scary, it may be covered in fog, but let's consider if you even have to stress about it. Well, basically, as I've said before, the second part of this equation relates to newsletters, and specifically how different newsletters are to cold emails. Now, we're going to uncover the secrets of cold emails throughout our mountain climb, but I'm sure you already know that they require a carefully selected, not too big list of prospects for each campaign. So if you send out a personalized, targeted campaign, there is little chance you'll actually get to like 1,000 emails every single day. Now, of course, I'm not saying that you shouldn't pay attention to the limits. All I'm saying is that you shouldn't feel limited by the limits. You should still be aware of them though. If you're just aware and careful of them, you'll avoid lots of troubles when it comes to deliverability. Look at that! We've crossed the bridge of the limits. It wasn't that bad, was it? Anyway, it was pretty long, but we are finally done. So, to sum up, if you look up the exact sending limits of your email provider and space out your messages accordingly, and also try to avoid the spam folder, very soon all of your messages will be done and delivered. So that's it for now. Be mindful of it, and now we can start actually climbing towards the peak of the mountain and try to optimize our campaigns. Next time, we'll cover how to never end up in the spam valley. So, see you then.